What if the Remedy Connected Universe isn't just a clever crossover, but a secret war? A war between creators and corporations, between stories and their owners. The Remedy Connected Universe is a middle finger to IP lockdowns. By making their worlds fluid, where stories rewrite themselves, where characters can be reborn under new names, they've built a universe that no corporation can fully own.
Welcome to the oldest house.
The Federal Bureau of Control archives dangerous objects, artifacts that defy reality. But what if the FBC isn't just a sci-fi agency? What if it's a metaphor for gaming publishers, entities that lock away creative properties in vaults never to be touched again? Remedy doesn't own Max Payne anymore. Rockstar does. Quantum Break, stuck in licensing limbo at Microsoft. Control was their first step toward reclaiming creative freedom, a game they fully own. The Oldest House isn't just strange, it's corporate stasis. Its hallways rearranged like meetings that lead nowhere. Its secrets are buried in bureaucracy. It mirrors the kind of studio environment where bold ideas get shelved and IPs rot in limbo. Then there's the Hiss, a force of possession and repetition. It strips identity, flattens ambition, and infects everything in red haze. It's not just a supernatural enemy, it's homogenization, the creative decay that sets in when originality is replaced by corporate groupthink. Jesse Faden wasn't chosen by the board, she seized power. She forced her way into the system, took the director's seat, and rewrote the rules. It's not just a character arc, it's a metaphor. Remedy is saying we're done waiting for permission. Even the game's powers that be are at odds. The board talks in corporate riddles, rigid, binary, cold. These aren't just extra-dimensional entities, they're creative ideologies. Controlled structure versus wild inspiration. Ownership versus authorship.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar.
And when Alan Wake appears in the AWE DLC for Control, it becomes canon. This universe is about more than supernatural fiction. It's about creators fighting back, rewriting reality, because they no longer have to ask who owns the pen. So when Jesse Faden takes over the Federal Bureau of Control, it's not just a power fantasy. It's Remedy saying, we're taking back control. Alan Wake is trapped in the dark place, a nightmare where his stories control him. But here's the twist, he is still the true author. The dark place isn't just a prison, it is the legal and creative limbo Remedy faces when they lose ownership of their own creations. They can't use Max Payne anymore, so they created Alex Casey. They can't reference Quantum Break directly, but Sean Ashmore in Timebreaker is a war cry.
I will come back for you, my love.
And cut.
Sean, I'm really happy.
The Dark Place is the legal shadow where abandoned IPs rot. But in the third chapter of the Nightspring DLC, Alan Wake's revelation as the true master of worlds is Remedy declaring, we don't need the old names, we rebuild our universe from scratch. But here's the deeper truth, Alan Wake and Jesse Faden aren't just characters. They represent two sides of Remedy Entertainment's identity, the yin and the yang. Alan is the creative spirit, the author lost in a world that no longer belongs to him, trying to rewrite reality and reclaim his voice. Jesse is the studio management, taking back control, tearing through bureaucracy and seizing power from the forces that once dictated her story. One caught fighting from within, the other fighting from without, both taking reins of their destiny while gaining power. Together, they represent the struggle every artist faces, the fight to not just create, but to own what they have created.
You keep opening doors, peeking in.
Reaching through to get what you want, and that puts you in my path.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go now.
Maybe you will make it through this time. This has gone on long enough. This and our Night Springs, it was a nice distraction.
Warlin Door isn't just a villain, he's the embodiment of corporate consolidation. He doesn't create worlds, he consumes them. In the Night Springs DLC, Door hunts down alternate versions of the actor, collapses realities into one, and enforces a single control narrative. Sound familiar? In an industry where Disney buys Fox, Microsoft swallows Activision, and publishers hoard IPs like Dragons on Gold, Door represents the danger of one entity owning all stories. He doesn't want creativity, he wants a monopoly. In an era where AI writes scripts, IPs are consolidated, and game studios are shuttered overnight, Remedy's message is defiance. You can take our characters, but you can't take our creativity. True storytelling will always find a way back to the author. The Dark Place will always spit them back out. Warlin Door will always lose, and Alan Wake, he'll keep writing, because true authorship can't be controlled. Check out our deep dive into the Night Springs DLC, Timebreaker, where we explore how Remedy uses Sean Ashmore, multiverse gameplay, and meta-narrative twists to lay the foundation for the entire Remedy-connected universe. If you've enjoyed this video, it truly helps if you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to support us here at Cutscene Collective, where we explore the stories behind your favorite games. Let us know your thoughts below, and until the next one, be good to each other.